If I ask you now about love, whether it exists or not, both in relationship and in marriage, your first answer will be, of course, love exists. I once asked my friend the same question. She told me that love actually exists. I asked her another question. Do you think everyone is capable of loving? And she still said, yes, she believes everyone can love. Now, while I agree that love exists, I don't believe that everyone is capable of loving. I've seen so many people talk about true love, how to find their true loves, and how to know he or she loves them before they say I do, or how to know this person is their soulmate and everything. And that's exactly why I decided to talk about this thing. Let me tell you, all the patterns they told you use to find your true love. Some of them, yeah, some of them may work, but not all of them are true, because I'm going to debunk some of them. So you know why I said it's not all of them that is true in telling you who actually loves you and who doesn't love you. Welcome back to Glodikani Marriage School. My name is Glory. If you've not seen me before or you're hearing me for the first time, and I talk about love and I talk about marriage, I talk about relationships. I really am interested in making marriages work, okay? Because if your marriage is working, you are happy. But if you make mistake and land with the wrong partner, your life is, practically over. So that's our focus on this channel. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so now, and also follow us on our social media handles. Okay, let's explore this unique should I say stage of life that is called marriage, and let's talk about relationships that translates into marriage and all that and all that. Over the years I've noticed that there are so many things that people do, or so many actions that people take, that we regard as true love. Now, if those things they were doing for you when you were courting or dating them were actually true love, what happens when you now marry them and then they metamorphose into something you never expected? And yeah, you will not expect it, because we are counting those actions, those little actions, as love, but they weren't love. All right. And let me start telling you some of them. I know many people may not agree, but this is what I've discovered. All right. The first one is somebody who gives you. I know a lot of preachers will tell you, if somebody loves you, they give you. Okay, so many people now see that when their dates, or when the person they are courting is giving them, especially the women, if the man is giving her, she's counting it as he actually loves me. Okay, let me tell you something. I have this friend of mine. When her current husband was courting her, okay, he was giving her all kinds of things. He gave her money. He bought things for her. In fact, she didn't need to ask, and the guy would just give her. So this guy showered her with gifts during the courtship, but after the wedding, everything changed. He will now beat her up and push her out of the house. Now, let me ask you, all those gifts then, were they love? Or are you saying maybe the man changed after the wedding? Or maybe you will now say the girl changed after the wedding and now his love died, and instead of gifts now, he was now beating her up and pushing her out of the house. That one taught me that even if they are giving you everything now, giving you is not enough to say, for sure that this person loves me. So please stop thinking like that. Now, let me tell you something about giving. If you want to rate giving as an action that shows love, let it be something that costs the giver something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let me give you an instance. In the Bible, David wanted to sacrifice to God after offending him. And another king opted to give him all those, silvers and golds and everything free of charge without paying anything. David said, no, tell me how much these things actually cost. I want to pay. I don't want to give my God something that costs me nothing. You get my point? So if that gift is not something that will cost the giver something, don't even categorize it as love. Now, if you want to say, for God so loved the world, God gave who? His only begotten son. His only begotten son to come and die. That's the kind of gift you'll be talking about. It's not somebody is earning 1 million a month and you say, I need money. They throw 20,000 at you. What is 20,000 to 1 million? Is nothing. So that's not enough to say, let me go and marry him. After all, if you love somebody, you will give him. So because he's giving me maybe when I call, he gives me money, or he buy gifts for me, or he does this and that, that means he loves me. It's all a lie. Giving like that is not enough. Now, I've often seen a lot of people tell you that anybody who is making enough time for you, or spending time, spending enough time on you or whatever, loves you. It is not enough. Now, let me ask you, does this person come when you want him or her to come, or when they decide to come? That's when you will know whether this person sacrificed something important to be with you. If somebody is courting you for marriage, and you call the person and say, please, I need you to be around so time, or even on emergency, something like that, and the person appears immediately. That means that person prioritizes you in his or her life. But when you call someone and they say, hey, I have something I'm doing, I can't make it now, once I'm done I will come, which is real. This is like real human life, okay? There's no way he or she will drop important things that he's supposed to do and come to answer your call. So why are you basing his or her love on the time he or she spends with you? Have you found out whether the time he or she spends with you is the time he doesn't have anything important to do in his life, and he now says, okay, let me come and spend it with my partner or anything? So don't ever think that because somebody comes around to spend time with you, that person loves you, and when you now marry that person, he's going to spend time all the time with you and everything, is a lie. That's not enough to say that this person loves you. All right, many of us spend time with our partners when there is nothing important again we have to do. I'm not saying that somebody that spends time with you doesn't love you. What I'm saying is that time they are allocating to you, how important is it in their life? Is it when you need them, they are there, or when it is convenient for them, they are there? Okay, that's what you will judge. When does this person come around? Is it that at that particular time I need him or her to be there? She will always drop everything she's doing to come. Hey, then you will know, okay, this person is prioritizing me, like I'm number one in his or her life. Or if it's somebody you will call and they'll say, let me finish what I'm doing, or wait, I will come, I have other important thing to do and everything, not even knowing whether you are in danger or whether it's a life and death situation. Are you going to base your love on this kind of a person and say, because he comes or because she always comes, that means she loves me? No, it's wrong. Now, the worst action to base your love on, or to judge someone who loves you, is someone who tells you I love you. You see those three words, they can be thrown out anytime, any day. In fact, some people are so used to saying I love you that they don't even know the meaning of it again. To them, it doesn't mean. After all, she wants to hear I love you. So let me keep telling her I love you. Please, saying I love you doesn't mean they actually do what? Love you. You don't love in words, you love in what? Action. So that somebody is telling you I love you from morning to night, when they call you on phone, hey, I love you, I don't love you, I don't. That doesn't mean that that person loves you. I hope. Well, I believe many people know that one now. So don't ever use that to say that somebody loves you. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you think that if there is a law now that will say anytime you tell somebody I love you, you will pay 50,000? How many people do you think will say I love you? I mean, I wish it's going to be possible that a law will be put in place that whenever you say I love you to someone, you will pay 50,000, or that your I love you will have a receipt to show that person that you actually love them. This is how much I paid to say I love you. How many people do you think will tell you I love you? In fact, from year to year, even the most closest partners may not even tell their partner I love you, because now it's going to cost them something. So who will spend that kind of money? It's only the person who actually loves you that will spend that kind of money to tell you that I love you. Another ridiculous one I've heard a lot of people say is, after all, he married me. If he didn't love me, he will not marry me. It's a lie. There are so many reasons people marry, okay? A man may marry you because he wants somebody to be taking care of, his daily needs. A man may marry you because you are beautiful enough to, be his partner in childbearing. A man may marry you because you are intelligent. A man may marry you because you have what they want. A woman may even marry you because of your money. A woman may marry you because you are handsome. A woman may agree to marry you because maybe at that particular time she wants to get married, you are available and you can provide the kind of life she wants. So marrying you is not a proof of love. I don't believe in that. There are so many reasons people marry. So please, if you want to find real love, don't be thinking about, because this man is saying he wants to marry me, or because this woman is interested in marrying me. In fact, she loves me or he loves me. So let me go ahead and jump in. You may be very disappointed after the wedding. I've told you what you shouldn't consider as love, okay, when you are in a relationship. Now, I know you may be wondering, if all these things are not love, does it even exist? Of course, love exists. Okay, there is love. Love, real love exists. All right. But in my own opinion, it's not everyone that is made to love. You can't find real love in every human being. And as we go on, I'm going to prove it to you. First, I want to tell you something that may shock you. Do you know that African star apple is one of the fruits that can prove exactly what I'm trying to tell you in this video? That is not everybody that is capable of loving. All right. Now, if you get an African star apple, the sweet one, all right, And then after licking it and everything, you want to plant the seed. You pick all the seed inside the fruit and then plant them. It will shock you to find out that after some years, when those your plants have started bringing up their own fruits, some will turn sour, while the other ones will be sweet. In one sweet fruit, what do you think has happened? This is to tell you that even among the seeds of a particular fruit, some will be good and some will be bad. So, you see, it's not everybody that is capable of loving. Another example is in the Bible. According to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 20, the Bible said, "But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor." That means when it comes to human beings, we have different kinds of human beings. There are people with the heart of love, and there are people whose hearts cannot love at all. If you want to accept this, you accept it. But when you sit down to think, you will understand that what I'm telling you is the truth. So don't assume that everybody you see can actually love someone. That real love we are looking for, that real love everybody is desiring to find, it is not in everyone. Now, I want to share another Bible verse that will show you what I'm saying. 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 to 21. If you read it down, one of the verses said, "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God. And whosoever loves has been born of God and knows God." If you keep reading, you will find that anybody who doesn't love is not born of God. That means some people who are not born of God doesn't even know what real love is. So how do you expect someone like that to give you that real love you want to find? It's not possible. Some people have this dark heart that there is no way love will penetrate into such a heart unless there is a miracle. And according to what our pastor said, don't say you will change someone because you're not the Holy Spirit. It's only the Holy Spirit that can change somebody. So if you're thinking that somebody who has a dark heart can one day be changed because maybe you decided to come into their life or you married them, you are making a very big mistake. People come into this world either as good seeds or as bad seeds. Some people are made to love, some people are made to hate. You see, one thing I've discovered is that many people are just living this life so, carelessly that they don't sit down to think about some hard truths of life. That's why even if you say, this person is a born again, that means I can marry him, because you're making a very big mistake, because it's not everybody that is born again that is born of God. In fact, those who are really born again, okay, I don't know how many you can find. If people who you assumed to be born again can disappoint you, that means they were really not born again. So don't even use that one like, this person is a born again, is a Christian, that means of course he can love. It's a lie. Sit down and ask yourself, how come there are wicked people in the church? I mean, they are listening to the same preaching you do. Even Jesus said it, that his words, he will spread it. Some will fall on fertile soil, while some will fall on dry soil, and they don't germinate. They just die off. But those ones that fell on fertile soil will now germinate and then spring forth and bear even good fruits. That's exactly what you should be thinking about. So don't be expecting true love from everybody. But what is love all about? According to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, if you read from verse 4 to 8, the first one, he said, love is patient. Of course, these things are the ways you're going to find who is actually able or capable of loving. The first characteristic is patience. Love is kind. Love is never envious. Somebody who loves you cannot be envying you to the point of trying to bring you down. Somebody who loves you cannot ever be impatient with you, all right? Because naturally, he or she has the heart of love. Love is not arrogant and love is not proud. Love is not conceited. When you say somebody is conceited, it's showing an excessively high opinion of oneself. Me, like I know this one works and this one doesn't work, and everybody has to see that my point is, the real one, and every other person's point is useless. No, that person is not portraying what love is all about. Now I say love is never rude. You call your husband a useless man and you say you love him. Thank you very much. Love never thinks of herself. You don't think of yourself alone if you have the heart of love. Okay? The friend I was telling you about, I told her, if you tell me you love me, I will believe you, because her fruit shows that she's capable of what? Loving. Yes, they say, by their fruit we shall do what? We shall know them. So I told her, if you tell me you love me now as a human being, I will say it's true. My friend loves me. Now I said love doesn't get easily angered. It is not resentful. Love is never supportive of sin, and love will always stay with the truth, like it cites truth. And love bears things, accepts other people's weaknesses, not expose people's weaknesses or trying to bring another person down. Love believes the best in you. Love doesn't look at the weak point only. Love focuses on the best and tries to do what? To bear the other side of it. Where you are not your best, love will cover it while preaching your own good side. Now, I said love is always hopeful and there is no limit to it. And love will never do what? Will never fall. And love never fails. This is what the Bible told us about love. Now, look around you. Have you seen these characteristics in some people? Because I know you must have seen some people like that. When I told you that if my friend tells me that she loves me, I will accept it, it's because I've seen her exhibit many of these characteristics of love. Okay? It's only the people around me that can say whether I exhibit the same thing or not. But at least I'm talking about my friend. She exhibits these characteristics. So if you're really interested in finding your true love, don't ever let go of this portion of the Bible that recounted or listed the kind of things you should be, expecting from love. Now, let me tell you something. People who have the heart of gold, heart of love, heart of God, does not just love you as their partner. You will find it in them even where other people are concerned. Let me tell you, somebody is nice to you but wicked to somebody else around him or her, and you are telling me that that person loves you, is a lie. Anybody who loves you is not just going to love you alone. Anybody who is capable of loving will love everybody around him or her. They can't help it. They love people. They love other human beings and they show kindness. This is another attribute of love, kindness. They have human sympathy, not just for their spouse, not just for their partner, but for everyone around them. You will never tell me that you've not seen this kind of human beings around you. So open your eyes. When you are searching for true love or when you want to know whether somebody loves you, please and please and please check how he or she treats other people around them. In fact, that's the secret to it. A man of God once said, I am not faithful to my wife. I am faithful to God. My wife is now benefiting from it. So if you ask me if I'm a faithful husband, I am not going to tell you I'm a faithful husband. I'm going to tell you I am a faithful man. If you ask me if I am a loving wife, I am not going to tell you I am a loving wife. I am going to tell you that I am a loving human being because I don't just love my husband. I love my siblings. I love my friends. I love people around me. As long as the person is a human being, I can't help but love the person. Now tell me, if you are opportuned or lucky enough to marry a man or a woman who has the heart of love, you have found true love. And don't be mistaken. That love is not just going to be on you alone. It's going to be spreading around you. Are you hearing me? Don't think because somebody has married you, that means that person loves you. No, it's not everybody that can love. So when people talk about love, 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 we get everything so confused and twisted. Love is in the heart of some individuals, not in the heart of all individuals. That's why you will see a woman poison her husband to death. That's why you will see a man kill his wife just to maybe claim her properties or to marry another woman. What do you explain if not that the person was not capable of love in the first place? But well, we didn't find it. You didn't check to know if this person has the heart of love. So I've also heard somebody said, you can't give what you don't have. I mean, it's a popular saying. Most people have said it and I've heard it, and I know you must have said it too. You can't give something you don't have. If you have the heart of love, of course you will love. But if you don't have that heart of love and your heart is filled with wickedness and evil, my dear, stop pretending you cannot love anybody. And to you who is searching for somebody to love you, don't expect love from a wicked heart. Please open your eyes. You are looking for real love, right? Fine and good. Check those who are capable of loving. Otherwise, no matter the time they spend on you, no matter the money they spend on you, no matter how many times they say, I love you, when you go and marry such a person who is, devious and wicked in heart, you are going to regret for the rest of your life. I believe that after this video, you're not going to be waiting for somebody to show you or to tell you whether this person loves you or not, all right? You can actually know someone who will love you forever. I've heard somebody said, anybody who is lucky enough to marry a kind man. I think I shared it in one of my videos about the kind of men to marry and the ones not to marry. Look, if you've not watched those videos, go and check. If you marry a kind man, that man will show kindness to you. not just because you are his wife. No, his kindness is not limited to his immediate family. He cannot help but being kind. So you as the wife will benefit from it. His children will benefit from it. Even the people around him will know truly that this person is a kind man. All right. So if you're searching for true love, whether for marriage, whether for relationship, or whether for anything, always keep your eyes open to know those who are blessed with a loving heart. If you land such a person in your life, believe me, you will not complain. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. Remember, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do so now to subscribe. Yes, we've been off for some time now, but now we are back and we are going to be talking about interesting topics about love, relationships, and marriage, parenting, and all that. I'll be seeing you.